Hi, Miriam. My name's Dan DiCataldo. I work with one of the manufacturers that Dennis works with. Thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure.
We're just going to ask you a quick couple of questions because we'd love to hear your feedback.
Okay.
What would you say is the first reason or the original concept into why you wanted to get your hearing loss addressed?
I am not sure whether this is heredity, but every solitary member of my father's family had severe hearing problems. But if my father were to be alive today, he'd be well into his hundreds, so things were very different then. The men in the family did not want to wear hearing aids, whereas the women did. And I began to notice I'm going to be 80 May 8th. I began to notice when I was about 50, 55, that I'd say, "Excuse me, please, what did you say?" And so I asked around where I should go, and I came to Dennis, and I have not regretted it since.
Well, that's awesome to hear. How would you say your experience has been here at Community Hearing with Dennis?
I would say it has been excellent. But I just want to interject one thing which I think you will understand. My older daughter's an oncologist, went to Harvard and Johns Hopkins, and my other two children are equally accomplished. I have very high standards. They'll tell you that. And had he not met my criteria, I wouldn't be here. But he goes above and beyond. I've watched it. I've had the benefit. And he's also very honest. I had in the summertime, I perspire very heavily. And usually my ears bother me. He gave me some oil that I use, but this past summer, it wasn't working. And I came here and he said, "Your ears are red. Let's see what we could do." And then a few weeks later, he was so honest. He said, "Miriam, go to the ophthalmologist." Oh, that's the eye doctor. ENT, and see what's recommended. And I needed medication for it. So he could have done what a lot of other doctors had done and not told me anything.
Right.
And that made a big difference because I needed prescription medicine.
Absolutely, and honesty is always important when dealing with a provider.
But I like another thing about him. Every few years, he purchases either a more advanced computer program, or now he has this new thing. And even the hearing test I took a few weeks ago was very different than the previous one. So he goes to meetings, seminars, and then he decides what he should invest in.
Absolutely. It's fantastic to hear when people keep it up with the gold standards of industries and best practices and things of that nature.
Usually when they start to get older, they get sloppy. But I haven't seen that here.
Absolutely not. I don't think you will either. Since you've been wearing the new devices, how would you say the new technology has most benefited you?
Oh, in so many ways. It used to be that, let's say I had company and I was in the kitchen. Even with the original hearing aids, I didn't necessarily hear some of the conversation with my guests. I'm not saying that I'm looking to eavesdrop, I'm just saying we want to be social. I found that when I go to the movie theater, I could hear. That is a very big difference. I do at times get this for shows, but not all the time. There's a lot of differences.
Awesome. And if you could say one thing about this office to a friend, to a family member,
I have.
What would that be?
I would say the first thing is integrity, because some people that come here can ill afford the price of a hearing aid. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And he makes an arrangement with them, but he doesn't even put interest on the arrangement. And anywhere else you go, you want to buy on time, you're going to pay interest.
Absolutely.
And for these people, this is an excellent thing.